There was a lot of changes coming into this season for the men's basketball team, but ultimately, the product remained the same. After last season's heartbreaking loss to Wheeling Jesuit in regionals, the Hilltoppers received another huge blow when legendary head coach Jim Crutchfield decided to step down and take the job at Nova Southeastern. Many people thought the Toppers would struggle this season, but thanks to the seamless transition from Crutchfield to new head coach Ben Hallett, those people have been proved dead wrong. Hallett, despite losing his projected starting point guard, Brady Arnold, to cancer, has his team out to a roaring 18-1 start, and I asked him if he expected this.
I don't think so. Absolutely not. We just try to take it one game at a time and one practice at a time. Our guys are really good to work with. They come here every day trying to get better, push each other.
When Coach Hallett took over as the head coach, he brought in new assistant coach Brett Irvin. Irvin, who played some of his college ball at West Virginia Wesleyan, is also in shock of the Toppers' hot start.
I am. I think Coach and I are both surprised at the 18-1 start. If you would have sat down with us, in September and October and asked if you thought we'd start that way, I would have said absolutely not. I knew we had a good chance to be good this year, but being 18-1, a little bit of a surprise.
The Toppers are getting contributions from everyone who dresses night after night, including two redshirt freshmen, Dalton Bolin and Luke Dyer. Both guys are having big years for the Toppers in different capacities, but the key behind their success is the senior leadership of Dan Monterosso and Brandon Smith. Coach Irvin mentions how important these two guys are for the team.
They've been unbelievable. Dan, you know what you're going to get from Dan, and he's also got that fire and intensity, and he kind of brings the troops together. Brandon's a little more quiet, but, man, the game he had on Sunday, I was really proud for him. He comes in, he works hard, he's been here a long time, he's had some injuries throughout his career. For him on that stage to have that type of game, he deserves that. Everything, he deserves everything coming for him.
Monterosso is a second-year player after transferring from Purdue, where he played football. He notes that it's not just him and Brandon stepping up.
Well, coming into it, we're both not real vocal screaming leaders. I take a little more of the vocal. Brandon, leads by example by coming to practice every day, working hard, and even some of the juniors like Tyler Primer and Eric Meininger stepped up and led, so that helps us out a lot too.
As for Smith, he's a guy who's been here for 5 seasons and has gone through multiple injuries in his time here. But this season, he's making the most of his opportunity. Smith says he's learned from a ton of leaders in his time here on the Hilltop.
Yeah, I've been here a long time, so I got to play with a lot of great leaders like Sigurd Bonifant and C.J. Hester and Cedric Harris, guys like that. So I'm just trying to follow their lead and step up for the younger guys.
The Toppers currently sit on top of the region and the conference, but head coach Ben Hallett says there's no looking ahead for this team.
But we're just going to take this thing one game at a time. We control our own destiny in the conference. We got 3 big home games coming up, so those are the 3 biggest games of the season coming up.
Inside the ASRC on game day, you won't see Jim Crutchfield doing his signature squat in front of the scorer's table, but you will see everything he built, from the banners behind the bench to the style of play on the court, and most importantly, the coach he helped groom along the way.